Game 3, Cup Final 2024, the Trenton Golden Hawks and Collingwood Blues in a rematch of 2023. The series was 1-5 by the Blues, and Collingwood already has the upper hand, continuing their perfect home record on this 2024 OJHL postseason with 5-4 and 4-0 Game 1 and 2 victories over the weekend. Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon here on behalf for your TV Quinny crew. This is the OJHL tonight, Buckland Cup Final Edition for NutriFarms.
Yes, so hopefully in the case of Bonesteel, with the familiarity, being back at his familiar territory in Trenton, that he's able to step up.
For sure, and the Trenton Golden Hawks, of course, are playing at home against Collingwood for the first time. The only game these two teams played during the season back in late September came at the Governor's Showcase in Buffalo. Collingwood won 3-0 and held Trenton to just 15 shots. Now the Trenton Golden Hawks fans have the rally towels out, trying to will their squad to victory here and get back in this series. Game 3 last year was the game they won in overtime thanks to a Jordan Fuller winner to get a chance at least against this Collingwood Blues team. Noah Pack getting the starting nod for the Blues. He's been the man with the plan the last 2 years for this Andrew Campoli coach squad. Pack continues to be a rock for Collingwood. 85 regular season wins in 120 games, another 32 more in 38 playoff games. He has been the best goalie for 2 years running now in the OJHL, and he was awarded the top goaltender this season. And Ben Bonesteel, for his work, has willed the Jayhawks into their second straight Buckland Cup final. He's been the starting man as well the last couple years for Trenton, but 9 goals allowed during the 2 games in the weekend have been a little bit of a black mark on him, but he'll be able to turn it around here in this third game. This is a pivotal one for Trenton. They need a victory to have the Collingwood series lead and try and avoid going down 3-0 in a potential clinching situation on home ice in game number 4. It'll be Owen Wilson, Kylo Ellis, Gianni DeVita, Thomas Kuipers, and Matthew Lee starting out for Trenton. Mention the top line for Collingwood. Dylan Hudon, last year's Buckland Cup hero, Mark McIntosh, and Belleville's Landon Wright, with Cameron Eek and Caleb Chow on the back end. We are underway as the puck is down here at the Hangar. Great to have you along with us on your TV Quinty and the OJHL tonight, as well as on Flow Hockey. For this 7:30 start, back to our usual time here in Trenton as the Blues will pick it up, wearing the St. Louis Blues-esque blue with gold and white. And Trenton in those military duds. The white with military blue. A little bit of black in the pants as well. Long shot redirected in front. Bouncing puck. They score, and it's Mark McIntosh 30 seconds in. We talked about that over the weekend, Zach. Those early goals in the first minute. Trenton needed to get off to a good start, and instead, what do you know? The Blues burned them again in the first minute, 30 seconds in. And who else but 44, Mark McIntosh, up to a career high 28 goals, 60 points during the season.
This is something that I was saying you wanted to try and prevent, getting them to swarm around the zone and look for that loose puck. And Bonesteel was way out of his crease and was not able to come back in time to make that save. And the Collingwood Blues just continuing to be dominant in the first minute of the...
Well, they have those 9 returning players from last year, so it seems like it should help. There's a low shot right off the bat. They score. It's Spencer Young with a low laser, bulging the twine in behind Ben Bonesteel. Leading the line to the bench is Cameron Eek. You scratch that. It was 19 instead of 18 that took the shot. Cameron Eek, who hadn't scored yet in this postseason, now has 3 in 3 games in this championship series for Collingwood.
Yeah, Barrett Joynt just went off his man there in Cameron Eek, and he had a lot of space to work with, and he found his spot and got it by Bonesteel. And man, Cameron Eek, as you mentioned, he's been a guy that's performed. He's stepped up in this series as well. We talk about the jumping.
He'll then call for an audible here as he gets off the ice, and the Jayhawks now will scamper away through center ice. Here's Fournier carrying in. He'll toss it in past Hudon. Tied up on the way to the net by Ryan Cook. Fournier retrieves Sanders. A pass out front. They score. It's Luke Lapalm. Trenton gets a power play goal, and they're right back in the game, down 2-1 with 23 seconds to spare. And who else but the man they call Palmer, who has been a buzzsaw for the Jayhawks in this first 3 games of the series.
Yeah, great positioning there from Lucas Lapalm to find that separation. He was all alone. He had all that space, had some time, pulled it back, got it through Pack, and takes advantage of a power play opportunity. That's something we've been saying here, Brock, that they need to take advantage of the power play opportunities that have been given to them. 0 for 8 in the last game. They get
Terrell hacks at Chow, but the Collingwood defenseman still able to slip it out. Inside his own zone, Styles directs it on over to his right and then gets the return feed from his D partner, Jojwen. But once again, he can't exit the zone because Jack Silverman was in there. Look at Silverman doggedly working. He's going to force the turnover. Here's Spencer Young in with a shot. He scores. That is exactly what the Collingwood Blues have written this entire season. This whole story that they've written this 2023-24 season has been dogged determination, relentless forechecking, always getting their noses in the dirty areas and causing turnovers like that one right there.
Yeah, take advantage of the turnover there. Not a lot of pressure on to Spencer Young, and he was able to wire that one home and find his spot and get it through Bonesteel. It's now 3-1 for this Collingwood Blues team, and again, just very similar to the last couple of games here in this series where they just come out firing with a ton of goals to start off the first period.
So Spencer Young continues to have himself a whale of a postseason. He's up to 25 points now, which is right there in the top 5 of the OJHL. Still below Andy Reese and Trevor Hoskin from Coburg from the last series. Here's a turnover forced by Trenton center now. Here's Matthew Lee rolling in with a wrister. That angle's off a stick and wide. Snapshot comes in from an angle. They score. Well, that's one that Noah Pack would like back, and it's Sammy Douglas Najum. Welcome back to Trenton, 55. He makes it 3-2 on a shot that hits the edge of his right pad and goes airing up into the top corner on the Collingwood goaltender from left boards.
Well, you're going to take the goals where they come and just able to sneak that one by Noah Pack. A little bit of an off angle. Yeah, tipped off a body there into the net and able to sneak that one by Noah Pack. Pack wasn't expecting that, and
slashing the call to Matthew Lee as the Blues will orchestrate this breakout with Robertson and Lahee, the conductors. That pass ends up going in behind Rimmer. Lahee will retrieve his own missed pass and then turn it around and back in, but a messy break in for the Blues. Still gives them a chance to set up here as the Jayhawks turn it over. Here's a pass back. Barrett Joint barreling away, short-handed. Joint holds on, looks to eye up LaPalme, but then he crashed into the side post. And then we'll bring you back with the scoring summary and also a little bit of a preview of what's to come for the remaining 40 minutes of regulation. Cutler off this face-off win by the Jayhawks. Ellis takes a couple of steps to his right, feeds it off, whiffing on the shot in the high slot was Joint. Cutler will retrieve it, and then one time that one off a stick wide. Backdoor pass in front, Fournier scores! Power play goal number 2, and David Fournier gets off the schneid. After going 16 games to the point, he went 3 straight without one, and now he's back on the wagon again with 2 points here in Game 3.
Great spot there from David Fournier to locate the puck. Stayed around his corner, nobody on him. He floats it by Pack, and once again, it's just a replay of Game 1, just what's taking place here at the Duncan. The Collingwood Blues gain up with 3 goals, and the Trenton Goldenhawks having 3 goals of their own.
Burrell in there to try and retrieve, but the Blues are going to carry out with 15 seconds or less to go. Ryan Cook, long shot, knocked away by Bonesteel. They'll let it hang out in the corner. Jayhawks will chip it just about to the red lines. It kind of slid slowly out there, and Cook just snaps it back in on goal. Bonesteel caught it, gloved it, played it down. That's it. Period number 1 in the books, and it was a busy one. 6 goals for 2 of Game 3 of the 2024 Nutri-Farms OJHL Championship Series. The Buckland Cup Final is well underway. The score tied at 3s after 20 minutes of play with Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon, and the rest of our Your TV 20 volunteer crew here. Mark McIntosh got it started 30 seconds in, his 5th of the playoffs from Landon Wright and Cameron Eek. Eek then upped it to 2-0 in a power play at 2:48. His 3rd goal in as many games from Dylan Houdon and Caleb Chow. The puck squirts out from a little bit of a scrum along the end wall. Collingwood's got some laneway available to them. Here's Bellwood inside, trying to center a pass to Lockyer, but Ellis gets his stick laying down in the lane. Artichuk turning back on a counterattack, trying to transition it inside. He does, he's held up, backhand try, top shelf, scores! The O-Dog, Owen Wilson, makes it 4-3. Trenton going top shelf with a backhand. Artichuk was eliminated from the play after trying to bust his way in. The puck scored it free. Wilson came flying in, took over, goes forehand to backhand, and roof job on Noah Pack. 4-3 Trenton.
Wow, what a beautiful goal there from Owen Wilson. Beautiful forehand to the backhand, gets it by Noah Pack, and you could feel the energy in this building pop up. The first lead of the game for the Trenton Golden Hawks come in this second period. 4-3 for Trenton, and what was a beauty of a goal from Owen Wilson.
Puck turned over, Joe Dwen forced it, he'll lift it all the way down. This will be icing, but the time is going to expire before Ryan Cook can get back and officially signal it. So 1 goal in that second period after 6 in period 1, but it comes from the Trenton Golden Hawks. Owen Wilson on a pinch play. And back inside the Duncan McDonald Community Gardens with the Trenton Golden Hawks, up 4-3 on the Collingwood Blues. Brock Ramon, Zach McGibbon, and our Your TV Quinny volunteer crew on hand here at the Hangar as we get revved up for what's sure to be a hair-raising third period between these two clubs. It's already been a hair-raising game. Only got Heed there, and then he brought him down to the ice. Puck touched ever so softly up the right boards. It's got a draw weight to get down, but they wave off the icing late. Barrett joint peels away from Chow as he ends up retrieving the puck. He'll get possession and feed off to Silverman. Jack Silverman tucked it in just inside the Trenton line. Bad pass across, picked off, perfectly read by Young, and he scores. Spencer Young with a beautiful pick-off there. He read that play to perfection, steals it, goes in, and dekes out Ben Bonesteel and sticks it home to tie the game. 4:15 into the third.
Great turnover there from the Collingwood Blues. Able to get around Kylo Ellison. Nice move in front, able to beat Bonesteel on the one-on-one. Looked like he might have been thinking about backhand, decided to go back to the forehand and squeak that one by Bennett Bonesteel, and just like that, this game is all tied up 4-4.
On the dump in, Bonesteel actively plays it around. Not out though, long shot, flutter just wide. Comes off the end board to the right side, and again it's thrown right back across the lane. G-Hawks will get it out to center ice again. Fournier dumped in, blockered off by Pack, but right to Corbin Roach, who was coming in. He had that lane too, and he knew where he was coming from. Fournier fires it right on and scores! David Fournier is struck again, and it's Corbin Roach's defensive play against a couple of Blues checkers that led to that passing play happening. David Fournier begs it home, and it's 5-4 Trenton with 9:16 left in the third.
Another big goal there from David Fournier here in the third, giving the Golden Hawks a lead right back. Nice pass across, able to get that one by Noah Pack, and just gets him by glove side. And once again, David Fournier proving to be the big factor here in this game.
Face off one, Blues have it. Shot through, deflected right on, and Bonesteel's got that one too. No right of way allowed for the Blues on that chance. Another long shot from the point. They're using those point men effectively. Just getting it back to guys like Chow and Eek and letting them rip. But Bonesteel, with those steely eyes, sees it all the way through.
Another shot on and able to get through the lane. Bonesteel able to shut that one down. Couple of Collingwood Blues there at the end were trying to whack away and find a loose puck, but nobody there. No puck there, in fact. And so one last face-off opportunity here and try and get something going for this Collingwood Blues squad. They got to win quick.
1.2 seconds left. 3 men in the slot for the Blues. Face-off, won by the G-Hawks, and they win it. The Golden Hawks are back in this series, down 2 games to 1. They pull out a narrow, nail-biting 5-4 victory over the Collingwood Blues. David Fournier, who had been held in check for the last 3 games, pulls out a big performance, 2 goals and an assist. And a goal registered as well for Sammy Douglas Najim. Luke Lapalm gets on the board again with his third of the series, and all the way around, the Golden Hawks played their best game probably in a few, I would say. Definitely an improvement over game 2. And the Golden Hawks get their crowd pumped. There will be at least a game 5, Collingwood Friday night.
Yeah, what a game this was here, Brock, all the way to the end. The Trenton Golden Hawks were down 2-0 and 3-1 at some points in this game, and they were able to rally back and get a couple of goals and get the victory 5-4, able to hold off a last-minute rush here from the Collingwood Blues, even then pulling their goaltender to try and get a goal. But this is a big win for the Trenton Golden Hawks. As you mentioned, we've got ourselves a series here for the Buckland Cup.